Alright, what's going on, everyone? I am Nutt, the Nut, Nutty, whatever the fuck you want to call me.
What? What the f?
That is me. This is gonna be the start to the channel. This kind of the pilot one. I've recorded other episodes, but I don't really know if I even want to put them out because they kind of suck more than this one's gonna. So I doubt that's even gonna happen. But we are heading back, and while I'm riding back home, I figured I would kind of go over with the plans for this channel and what I want to get done with it, everything that I want to do. But kind of the big thing is I just want to build a community of other riders and new riders, old riders, people who don't even ride, that are just interested in motorcycles. I think there are other guys out there, and there are other groups out there that kind of have this whole like unity thing. And I know other guys like Blockhead, they put on their own events, and it's really helped bring people together. Motorcycling has been kind of dying based on numbers, but it's kind of starting to turn around, and I really want to see it get bigger. I think there's kind of this stigma around motorcycles that whether you're an asshole or you don't care about your life, or just all these negative stigmas around motorcycling, motorcyclists.
Hey man, we roll how we roll, and if people are annoyed or intimidated by it, that's too bad for them. Yeah!
No, nobody is intimidated, actually. Everyone realizes that people who are so needy for attention they need to dress up and be as loud as possible are you guys and 16-year-old girls.
And it kind of sucks. Actually, earlier today, I, of course, didn't get to record it because I'm an idiot and didn't have my GoPro battery charged and didn't have it on, blah, blah, blah. It's too late now. But anyways, I was riding into work, and this old Ford, not like a nice muscle car old Ford, it's this beat up old Ford Fusion, and he comes racing up behind me. I'm talking like me to this truck behind my wheel, and I kind of figured, alright, he's just driving real fast, I'm gonna get in the slow lane and he'll go around me and carry on with our day. But that's not what happened. I moved over to the slow lane thinking that he would pass, but then he got behind me and followed me for another 10 minutes. This whole thing probably happened in a span of 20 to 30 minutes on my way to work. I have an hour-long commute to work. That's almost half of my ride to work. I was dealing with this guy. And he gets behind me, is real close, and at this point I kind of figured something was up, that he, for whatever reason, I don't know if he liked my bike and just wanted to get closer to look at it, or if he hated my guts and was hoping that he would hit me. I don't know what the case was, but either way, I didn't want much to do with it. I was on my way to work, I didn't feel like stopping and either getting in a fight or somebody just complimenting my bike. I don't know, but I decide that I'm going to try to get away from this guy. I'm going to try to get some space between us, because I don't want somebody who's going to drive like that. I don't want them behind me, because if I have an emergency where I need to brake hard, he's not going to stop and I'm going to die. So I get back in the fast lane and I take off in the safest manner that I can, without like really putting anybody else at risk. I wasn't trying to zip in and out of traffic or anything like that. And so I take off, and he gets right back into the fast lane and takes off after me. At this point, we're on a wide open road, kind of like this one, but with less traffic, because it was early in the morning. And I got to the point where I had to have hit, I was doing over 100 at one point.
Okay, here we go. Focus, speed, I am speed.
I know that. And sure, I look in my mirror and he's still on me. He's trying to keep up to me. Granted, I took off a lot faster than him and was able to get some distance that way. But as soon as I had to hit the brakes, he was back on my ass. So, anyways, we get up to this point, we catch up to some cars, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna get behind me again because I have to slow down. Because actually, just like this, there was a truck directly in front of me, and then a little bit further than where that black Chevy is, there was another car. And I get up to the truck in front of me, and actually, it was very close to this right here. I get up to the truck in front of me, and there was nothing right here. This was all open. So I'm thinking to myself, I'm gonna dip in front of this car that's to my right and take off and try to get some distance that way, because I'm a lot smaller than that car. I could fit in a lot tighter places, and I knew that car, or I was hoping that car wasn't gonna try to dip between two cars and possibly hit somebody else. But I go to dip by the truck, and good old North Carolina roads, big giant pothole the size of his bed is in the center of the road, right where all the lines are. And I hit that thing doing at least 70, and my front wheel pops up, so I'm doing a fucking wheelie at this point, and I'm still heading straight towards the truck. I had started my lean, but it wasn't enough to get around the truck. It was directly towards the truck. So basically, as soon as my front tire hits the ground, at this point I'm hitting the rear brake, trying to get my front wheel to come back down. And as soon as my front wheel hits the ground, I have to dive my bike off to the right to swerve around this truck, and I'm talking inches from my handlebar that I almost smacked that truck. So for anyone out there who's not a motorcyclist or wants to get into it, or is a motorcyclist but fucking drives like that, don't, because you're gonna fucking kill somebody. The fact that I even had to deal with that today, it just blows my mind, because most people here in North Carolina, at least from my experience, are very respectful of motorcycles, and I've had no problems. What's up, bud? Almost fucking ate it, but I wanted to wave. But yeah, just whether you own a motorcycle or you don't, especially if you do, because you should already fucking know this, but be respectful and considerate of motorcyclists out there. That we don't want you riding up on us because you think the bike's cool, or if you hate the motorcyclist because they did something stupid, don't ride up on them. Whether you're pissed off at the world or not, don't fucking do it unless you're trying to get a murder charge, because that's going to kill somebody. I have never had as close a call as I did this morning, and I think it really needed to be said for that matter. But that's kind of that's sidetracked of this whole video. The main point of this video is to talk about why we're here. What the fuck is this channel all about? So, as I said, I want to build a community. I want to ride with you guys. I want to help teach you guys that don't know how to ride, and I want to just get more traction for the motorcycle community and support as a whole. Now, as I said earlier, I'm in North Carolina right now. I'm over in Jacksonville, but also Atlantic Beach, kind of anywhere in between there. I'm constantly riding up and down. So if you are in this area, or you happen to be in this area, then let me know. Reach out to me. My Instagram doing, whatever the case may be. But I don't know what it is about this Hero 7, but sometimes when I would be recording for a decent amount of time at least, it would just stop recording out of nowhere and I totally lose a section of the video. I don't know why it happens. If somebody out there knows why that happens, then let me know. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. It records great videos. I've gotten some amazing footage on this camera, but for whatever reason, that whole thing of just sometimes it just stops recording out of nowhere and I lose a whole section of footage I should have had. It's just incredibly annoying and it's hard to work with because of that. But maybe it's my fault. Maybe I'm doing something stupid, or I should have gone into the settings and changed this. But my plans for some future content that hopefully you guys will be able to enjoy and have be able to have input on what we go do or whatever. I've got a few test rides of some friends' bikes, some family's bikes that I really want to try, and I'm gonna make a video on them. One of them's a Breakout, a 2018, 2017, something like that. A 2020 Lowrider S, a Grom. I'm most excited for the Grom. And then, actually my wife owns a 883 Sportster, so if people want to see something on that, I would be more than happy to do that. Right now, those are the 4 bikes that I've kind of got lined up, ready to go. I should be doing those in a few upcoming weeks here, and then putting videos of each of those out. And I'll actually be doing some group rides while I'm doing those with my brother, my father, my friends and family. So that'll be a little interesting. None of them have Sennas or anything like that, so I'm not going to be able to capture audio in between our helmets, but there will at least be some footage out there of a potential group ride. What's up, buddy? I bet that cop thought I was waving at him. You know, that's something I have never seen until I came here to North Carolina, is a 3-wheeled scooter. I don't know what it is about this area, but scooters are just everywhere. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these scooters on the road. And I'm not trying to shit off scooters. If that's what makes you happy, then all the power to you. If that's all you can afford, then great, I'm glad you could get some. But when it starts getting into the realm of, okay, you clearly bought a scooter, but now you're doing some like crazy ass customization that I know was not cheap, then what's really the point?
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
But that's just me. Obviously everybody's got their own thing that makes them happy, and that's all them, you know. But yeah, the riding group is in the works. I don't exactly have a name yet, so if by the point you're watching this and there's still not a name, you can comment on my Instagram, you can send me a message over Instagram, you can comment on this video. What do you guys think the name should be? What should our riding group be? It's not going to be just set to North Carolina. I want to spread across the country, wherever you are, wherever you're watching this from. I want to get out there and ride. My ultimate goal is I want to ride at some point every state, almost every state, if not every state. So no matter where you're at some point I want to come to your state. It's probably not going to be in the nearest of futures. I'm going to try my best, but it's obviously something that takes a lot of work, and it's very expensive to travel like that. So it's not going to be one state once a month. It's going to take time, but as we grow as a community and as a group, then hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more traction and get out and do some cooler stuff and hold some group rides at places where more of you guys are. But that's a little down the road. Right now it's just going to be kind of me putting around and kind of just talking to you guys, telling you my experiences, telling you my thoughts on different things. But as of right now, there's no set. What's up, buddy? What is that, a Grom?
Nice.
Oh, hell yeah. I do want to get one of those eventually. I've always loved them. I always thought they were the coolest. I know they're just a little 125, but you can beat the snot out of them and they'll keep running. They're such fun bikes and they're so nimble. Like I have nothing bad to say about a little Grom. They're the coolest little things to me. But for those of you wondering, since I didn't say it at the beginning of the video, this is a 2020 FXBB Harley-Davidson Street Bob. It has a 107 in it with a tune, a SNS exhaust, and an SNS intake. So I'm making a few more horsepower than a stock one. I've got big plans for this bike. It's just going to take some time. I think my next thing I'm installing is going to be a new cam and get a few more horsepower to that. Eventually, I'd like to put a 124 kit in it and be able to give my thoughts on that. But that's a ways down the road. Once I start getting into that real heavy customization, I plan on getting another bike just in case this one starts getting kind of moody for that matter. As of right now, it's just intake, tune, and exhaust, but bigger and better things are on the way. But yeah, if there's something in specific that people want to see or people want to know, feel free to comment on this video down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys are around here, want to meet up at some point. Like I said earlier, my Instagram is in the link down below, and you can find me over at the Nutt Official. If you don't want to click on that link, the Nutt Official. That's incorrect. The Official Nutt. That's about all I got for today. There are other videos that are in the works that will be coming shortly, and some other stuff that I'm really excited about. The kind of upload plan right now, I don't have it set in stone. If there's a day that works better for people, or they don't have content that they can watch on this certain day, or that y'all think is going to work better, let me know. Leave a comment. You can go and comment on my Instagram and talk to me over there. Let me know what you guys want, if y'all want anything in specific or if it just doesn't matter. As of right now, I'm planning one video a week, but I might start pushing that to 2 videos a week, one at the beginning of the week and one at the end. Let me know what you guys think about that, if that's something people would be interested in. It's ultimately up to you guys how much do you guys want, you know, within reasonable bounds. But as of right now, it's just 1 video a week, and we're kind of going to build it on from there. But like I was saying earlier, that's all I got for this